The next Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney.
Canada will soon have a new Prime Minister. Now the question everyone is wondering, when's the election? Option 1 is the unlikeliest, but it's still constitutionally possible. Justin Trudeau calls the election. Justin Trudeau, who's still technically PM, could ask the Governor General to dissolve Parliament. That would take place before Carney is even sworn in.
It's plausible that Mr. Carney might decide, I don't want to become Prime Minister yet. I'll be leader of the Liberal Party, but I'm going to wait and go directly to an election.
Because remember, he doesn't hold a seat in Parliament. This might be a way to avoid getting criticized for that and still go into the election as a Liberal leader.
It's a long shot, it's strange, but constitutionally it is plausible at least.
The second option, most likely according to some analysts, Carney calls the election once he becomes Prime Minister. Carney may want to do this as soon as possible, certainly before Parliament is scheduled to resume. Right now, it's prorogued until March 24th.
They don't want to delay too long. They want to look like they will have a mandate given to them by the people to negotiate with President Trump.
The other reason Carney may want to call it is to capitalize on some upward movement the Liberal Party has seen in the polls.
The polls are suggesting, although this trend is not confirmed yet, that the Liberals might have peaked in terms of their support for what they're going to get from that race.
And if Carney decides to wait, there will be an expectation that Parliament should be called back early, say analysts.
And if they didn't bring Parliament back, people are going to wonder why. What's the government doing? Why is it afraid of Parliament being recalled?
Option 3 would see Carney stay on as Prime Minister and take his chances at surviving a potential no-confidence vote. The Conservatives have promised to move a motion of no confidence as soon as the House resumes, and the NDP have said they'd also support toppling the government.
Do you think there's going to be pressure on the leader to call an election as soon as possible?
Well, there'll be pressure from a lot of sides. I mean, the Conservatives have been quite consistent at calling for an election, and generally the other opposition parties have been as well.
And if Parliament does resume, things might get a little awkward for Carney, because without that seat, he can't even speak for the party in the House of Commons.
If Parliament met, Mr. Carney would have to watch from the galleries.
Now, by law, the campaign period must be between 37 and 51 days, so about 5 to 7 weeks long. And if, like analysts say, option 2 is the most likely, then we could be at the polls by mid-April.